speaker on the horrors of the illegal alien invasion. He has testified twice in the U.S. Congress. He is an articulator of popular rage, the prisoner of South Central, and he says, if you ain't mad, you ain't paying attention. My good friend Terry Anderson.
Buenas tardes, señoras y señores. Oh, that's how you have to greet people where I live now, folks. But I'm not going to greet you like I greet them on the radio every week. When I start the show, I started with stupid people of America. I've been doing that. I've been on the radio 5.5 years. I've been doing that for about 4 because the people of America are stupid. You continue to elect these people. You continue to give them your money. You continue to put them in office. You continue to support them because they got some little letter behind their name that represents you, a D or an R or some other letter, and that's ridiculous. Let me give you the real. The Democrats suck. Now let's see how this one sets with you. The Republicans suck. And here's one I've been wanting to say for years, and I've said it on the radio, but I want to say it in Crawford, Texas. Bush, you suck! I am not disloyal to my president or my country. I love my country. I hate my government. But let me say this. We have a man now that does not represent us. We have told him in poll after poll after poll and email and fax and letter and every kind of way we can tell him, we have told him that we want the border sealed. We want these people deported. We don't want any guest worker programs. And he continually steps up to the podium and says, we need comprehensive immigration reform. Beware of anybody that says we need comprehensive immigration reform, and also beware of anybody that tells you we need enforcement first and then we'll talk about the rest later. There is no rest later. We want enforcement only. We want enforcement only. We want these people out of our country. Let me tell you how hardcore and what a rotten guy I am. I would deport every one of them. Every illegal alien in this country. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it makes me no difference. I would go into the preschools and get the little bitty kids and deport them. I would go into the elementary schools, the junior highs and the high schools and deport them. I would go into the nursing homes, get the old folks and deport them. I would go into the hospitals and deport them with the IV still dripping. That's why I know I'm right. Because I'm not going to pick any colors, any ages, any sexes, any sizes. They've got to go. They've got to go because what they have done to this country. And those of you in Texas are suffering. But let me tell you something. You ain't seen suffering till you come to L.A. L.A. is buried in a world of illegal aliens. We got them coming out of the woodwork, folks. They've come to our town in vast numbers, and after they get there, they breed like rats. Now, this is not a racial thing. It's not a racial thing. There are people from all over the country that come from societies that have a gang of babies. It's not about one race of people. But what they've done to my neighborhood is change it from a very nice middle-class area of South Central to a third world barrio. Now, I've got chickens walking in the street. I got so many chickens walking in the street that we name them. Hey, Clyde, how you doing today, you know? We've got goats tied up in the yard, front yards of houses. This is in the middle of Los Angeles. We got people hanging their laundry over the fence. We've got people that will change their oil or change an engine on a car in the middle of the street because that's how they did it in El Salvador. We have deteriorated from being in the top 5 in California with education to now being tied for 49th with Mississippi. All because of... And let me me tell you something. If I'm stupid enough to only have a high school education, but I can get that, I think my president should know it also.
Right.
Now, Glenn Spencer said it very well. Glenn Spencer said, we are winning. We are winning. Did you see the 500,000 people on the streets of Los Angeles a couple weeks back? We put them there. They are on the run. They are afraid of us. Yeah, we could have had 10,000 people here today, but we didn't. You know why? Because there's quality over quantity. This is the best of the best.
Yes.
You people are fighters. You people have figured out that you've got to get in their face. That's why we came to the president's backyard, to put it right in his face and explain to him, if you had to compete for a job at $5 an hour, Mr. President, you would lock up the border. If you had to put a kid in a third world classroom like in Los Angeles, and your kid was getting a half a day's education because of bilingual education, you would be on our side. If your wife ever had to walk by a construction site and get heckled by some guy grabbing his crotch, you would be on our side, Mr. President. He is not on our side because he is an elitist. He is an elitist, as are those senators and some of the House people. Now, we've convinced the House people, but we haven't convinced the Senate yet. And the way to do that is to knock a few of them out of office. I would ask you Republicans in the audience, what kind of person votes for John McCain? A Democrat that votes for Kennedy is getting just what he wants, a liberal idiot. But a supposed conservative Republican that votes for John McCain is a fool and a traitor to this country. And you people are doing it. A lot of you are doing it because you want to represent your party. Don't give these people your vote. Don't give them your money. Send the money to the candidate that you like, not to the party. I want to say a couple words to the press here today. I see a lot of press, and we welcome you. We're glad the press is covering this issue. But I want to say this. I want to say this to the press. When you go home tonight and write your article or put it on TV or maybe write it tomorrow morning for the paper, whenever you do it, if you put in that article that we are anti-immigrant, you are lying bastards.